Dear student, we'll continue with translation, and we were discussing elongation. In the elongation, there are 3-step: binding of amino-acyl tRNA at A site, formation of peptide, and translocation. The first tRNA, that is formyl methionine tRNA, position at P site, but the incoming tRNA amino acid complex will position at A site. So you can see here the first tRNA is shown with pink and the second one with blue. The codon are represented on mRNA as A, B, C. Okay. Now the amino acid located at P site and A site will form peptide bond, in which the carbonyl group of first amino acid will bond with amino group of the second amino acid. This bond formation is called peptidyl. This bond formation is catalyzed by peptidyl synthetase. So here you can see the bond is formed between the first and the second amino acid, respectively situated at P and A site. In bacteria, the peptidyl synthetase reaction is catalyzed by 23S rRNA, which has the ribozyme activity. Now the next step is the shifting of ribosome on mRNA by one codon in such a way that tRNA on A site will now occupy P site, and A site is now free to receive next tRNA. According to codon on mRNA, this shifting of ribosome is called translocation, and this is catalyzed by the enzyme translocase. The energy is required for this process is obtained by hydrolysis of GTP. So here you can see the second molecule of GTP is used up. So when one you can say amino acid is added to the polypeptide chain, 1 ATP and 2 GTP are used up, and the 1 ATP and 1 GTP in initiation process, and the 1 GTP in elongation process. So now you can see the shifting of ribosome. Okay, earlier it was A, B aligning the P and A site. Here now B and C are aligning the P and A. So the tRNA which was situated at B now shifted to actually P site. Actually it is a shift of ribosome. Okay, and incoming, that is the new tRNA which is shown with red, will occupy the A position in the ribosome. Okay, so the peptide, now the first tRNA is set free, it will go in the cytoplasm, and this polypeptide this peptide chain is formed, and now again the peptide bond formation occur between the second and third amino acid. So this is how the polypeptide chain grows. So translocation result in transfer of amino acid from P to A site, formation of amino acid chain on A site, release of tRNA from P site. See, the amino acid chain is formed not on A site, but it forms on the P site actually. During elongation, mRNA chain moves in 5'3' direction. You can also note the direction of protein, because the first amino acid has the amino group of first amino acid is not participating in any peptide bond formation. So we read the direction of protein always from N to C terminal. The newly formed polypeptide chain is called nascent polypeptide, and each ribosome synthesizes only one polypeptide chain. EFTU, EFTS are the elongation factors which play a role in catalyzing elongation. Per incorporation of one amino acid, 1 ATP and 2 GTP molecules are used up. Now termination, when A site receive termination codon, any of these three, UGA, UAG, UAA, no tRNA is corresponding to these, you can say termination codon. So no tRNA will recognize them. So there is no amino acid which are corresponding to these. So the releasing factors separate the polypeptide chain from ribosome, and termination of protein synthesis occurs. So here the translation is completed. We'll see what is polyribosome and polycystron. Polycistron refer to mRNA that code for more than one polypeptide of different types. So this is mRNA, and different cistrons are there which are named as 1, 2 and 3, and they have different initiation sites. So maybe one ribosome will translate all three, but three different polypeptides are synthesized. Polyribosome refer to the mRNA which is attached to many ribosomes to translate the same polypeptide and make the multiple copies. Okay, so the same you can say mRNA is there, and out of that multiple polypeptides of same type are formed. After 25 amino acid chain, the initiation codon of mRNA is free to receive another ribosome. Therefore, single mRNA can be attached to many ribosomes. In prokaryote, transcription is coupled with translation, whereas in eukaryotes, the transcription is first completed and after that translation occurs. It is because in eukaryotes, the nucleus is bounded by the membrane. So first the transcription occur in the nucleoplasm. The transcript matures, and then it is moved to the cytoplasm for translation, whereas in prokaryotes there is no nuclear membrane, so both can occur simultaneously. Modification of polypeptide, that once the polypeptide is synthesized, it undergoes so many different types of modification. First is the formyl group of the first amino acid is removed by deformylase, because formyl group is not the part of protein. Second, the polypeptide chain undergo folding from primary to secondary or tertiary folding. So for this, specific proteins are required, and these proteins are called molecular chaperones. They control the folding between the different polar groups which are present on the proteins. The protein that act as enzymes are phosphorylated and hydroxylated to alter the physiological activities, because you know the enzymes contain the catalytic group, and if these catalytic group are not protected, then they will digest all the protein which is present in the cell and the body. Okay, so that is what is required. The protein is conjugated with carbohydrate or lipid to form functional protein like glycoprotein or proteolipids respectively. So they are the proteins which are required for different functions for the cell. So different types of modifications are there. So here we complete the translation. Thank you.